Rasulullah wanted us to get involved in politics. Why? Firstly, to look after our neighbors. But secondly, so that our weak, oppressed brothers and sisters have a voice. Yes. I said, why is it lobbying is important in this day and age? When you lobby, what the West has done beautifully with lobbying is that lobbying is free speech. I come and someone says, no, I'll email. Listen, no congressman or senators listening to your emails or reading them. Yes? You want to lobby, you attend fundraisers for cancer, for HIV, for AIDS. You sit on the table. Someone says, why? Because when I sit there and I lobby, I will make sure that my sister or my brother in Iraq has someone whose voice is speaking on behalf of them. Do you know who the most powerful lobbyist is in Washington, D.C.? Who's the most powerful? Yusuf Al-Utaiba, ambassador of the Emirates to Washington, D.C. Research him on Google, yes? They call him the one with the bro culture. 40 years old. He's in every D.C. dinner. Every yacht party that happens, he's there. Any congressman and senator who would like tickets to the Grand Prix of racing, he's got him the tickets. Why does he do this? While ours are in Imam Barkas having petty fights, where should the food go? Why does he do this? He does this because when a deal is about to be struck for the lovers of Ahlul Bayt, he'll stand up and say, no. No, you sat on my yacht. Someone will say, but he has a country. It does not matter. Unless you get involved in this, yes, you're not going to have that voice for your Muslim brethren in Syria and Pakistan and Palestine. Someone said, but no, you're not compromising. Why don't you hold a charity fundraiser? Not for Islam, a charity fundraiser for AIDS sufferers. Yes. When that congressman senator comes, you sit, you lobby them. You tell them, listen, what's the situation? Racial profiling of Muslims, surveillance of Muslims in New York and surveillance of their mosques. Unless I do this, then no one's going to hear that voice. And that's what the Prophet did when he was young before he announced his prophethood, yes? Many people don't know, Rasulullah was a political activist before he announced his nubuwwah. There were 3 factors that made people believe he's a prophet. Sadiq, truthful. Ameen, trustworthy. 3rd factor, when someone was oppressed in the Quraysh, he'd stand up against the oppression that they faced. Yes? You think what? Your prophet just became a prophet at the age of 40 and everyone suddenly said, okay, yeah, we agree with you? No, he had to have a reputation of being a man of honor and dignity. He was part of a league of justice known as Hilf al-Fudul. You know what Hilf al-Fudul was? Wasn't an Islamic league of justice, but it helped the future of Islam. It wasn't Islamic. It was made up of people even before Rasulullah announced his nubuwwah. It showed, number 1, he didn't care that a project should be Islamic politically. And then number 2, he showed that let's care about anyone in our neighbors. There was a person who had come to trade in Arabia. He came to trade in Arabia. One of the Arabs knew, these Arabs are smart businessmen, yes? One of these Arabs knew that this trader who's come from outside of Mecca, he's come, he's got no tribe to look after him, no friends. So what do? We'll buy some goods off him. The moment he wants his money, we say we don't know nothing about the deal. Yes, nothing's changed, by the way. Go there, it's the same. He said, no, nothing about the deal. When he said nothing about the deal, what happened? As soon as he said nothing about the deal, he came to the people of Mecca. And people were leaving Mecca in those days. People hated Mecca. Some went to live in Abyssinia. Some went to live in Yemen. Some went to live in Syria. They hated Mecca. Why? Because Mecca was like a dictatorship. Abu Sufyan, Utbah bin Rabi'a, Walid ibn Mughira, no one could mess with the aristocracy. Always war on terror was their excuse to come and fight people and take things off people. And so what began to happen? What began to happen was Rasulullah saw this. How old was Rasulullah at the time? 20. How old? 20. Was it a Muslim government he was campaigning for or against? No. It was simply that I want to get involved and lobby so that people have rights in this country. Yes, I'm not a prophet. I haven't announced my prophethood. I am simply a person who is trying to lobby for the rights of this person, because this person came and he was crying. Rasulullah and others came together. They said, this is ridiculous. Firstly, people are leaving Quraysh and we're not talking or speaking out for them. Let's form a group who speak out for the rights of the innocent. What is lobbying? Yes, lobbying is that I think about the rights of the innocent in the world. So I lobby the government and I speak for those innocent people in the world. They all came together in the house of the son of Jad'an. They sat in his house and they all signed an agreement called the League of Justice. Hilf al-Fudul. Some call it the League of the Virtuous. Yes? Because a person who has fadl is someone who is virtuous. They came together, they signed it by the Kaaba, and from then on, whenever people would come, when the Prophet announced his prophet years later, they'd say to him, what was your greatest moment when you were younger? He said, when I was involved in the League of Justice. Yes? Because it wasn't just a case of me just being a good man. There are many good men who don't speak out for the rights of the innocent. Rasulullah, what did he do? He said, I will be involved. I see a person oppressed, I don't care, he's Muslim, non-Muslim, he has received dhulm. He's on the end of dhulm. So I'm going to lobby the aristocrats of the Quraysh. I won't just sit at home and do salah the whole day or hide in a cave called Hira the whole day. You have to be socially active. The difference between Buddha and Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Buddha tried to achieve closeness to God through seclusion. Muhammad achieved closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through interaction. Yes?